All right, everybody, welcome back. This is a Tech Top episode number 131. Can you still make money on YouTube? Recorded on August 20th, 2018. Yes, it's been a long time since my last episode, and I'll explain all that out. Plus, the reason why I just kind of all of a sudden pop out of nowhere here. So, and by the way, if you hear the little chirp in the background, that's a little kitten I found on my property, born on my property here, and didn't want to leave it outside, otherwise it might get eaten. So, I'm trying to do my best humanitarian thing. In the meantime, I got to do this episode here. So anyway, I have been working on some major projects on a series of tutorials targeting specific industries. For instance, real estate, service-related businesses, medical offices, restaurants, stuff like that. And working on a series of tutorials on that, on how to get from point zero, from nothing to something, to succeed online. So it's taken quite a bit of my time, and in fact, it's quite involved. For example, one of these episodes, even though it may be about 10 or 20 minutes, actually take about an hour to produce. So imagine to have tutorials at 3, 4, 5 hours worth of content, and what's involved there. So that's why that's where a lot of my time is going. So like I said, they're taking quite a bit of my time. I did launch my first last week, and there's more to come after that very soon. Now that I got a template going, I can probably knock them out a little bit faster than that. And really, a lot of folks out there are wanting this type of information, and I'm doing the best I can to make sure it's quality stuff and not just gibberish. So anyway, that's what I've been working on, and you're going to see a lot of me popping back up again here, like you see today, with the web with the Tech Talk episodes. Also, I'm going to start hosting webinars again, and I did that for a long time. I love doing it, and I got a new webinar platform. Pretty tickled pink about it. The key thing about this thing is they allow me to host an unlimited audience. You know, as big audiences as I possibly can get, and which has been an issue in the past. I've had some webinars which got up there, and I had to turn some people away, which it sucks, you know. So I want everybody. And another thing here too, it allows me to kind of record the webinar and rebroadcast encore stuff. Some pretty cool stuff. So you can see a lot more of those coming up in the very near future. So anyway, like I said, I've been receiving lots of questions about a very popular internet personality getting the boot. This happened about 2 weeks ago, a little bit more. They basically got kicked off of Facebook and YouTube and iTunes and Spotify and other internet properties. And a lot of people question, you know, what happened, why has this been spreading? Because it's not just that one person. It is, it's going widespread. And I'm also concerned about my liberal friends kind of blowing this off, thinking, well, this is a conservative thing and whatever. This is being across the board. And a lot of folks don't even see what's happening here. So anyway, real quick, in case you're new to this channel podcast show here, I'm Dan Harley. I got over 20 years of internet marketing and internet solution consulting experience. I've helped countless businesses succeed online with the websites, the internet marketing, SEO, social networking, email marketing, and a lot more stuff. This YouTube channel podcast show is to help more business owners by answering questions, solving some problems, provide some sound advice and direction, to succeed online. So you can find the links to the YouTube channel, the podcast show, details and about this and the other episodes of Tech Talk at primeconcepts.net. That's primeconcepts.net. If you're on a YouTube channel here, you'll see somewhere over there, whatever, where you see the website. While there, please leave a comment, subscribe to the YouTube channel, the podcast show, like the Facebook page. You know the drills. So thank you for doing all that. I greatly appreciate it. It also helps me build my audience. So anyway, the topic, in case, can you still make money on YouTube? And I want to, even though this is going to be kind of hitting the political edge here, there is some legitimacy of me trying to maintain this as being a help you kind of pro-business kind of YouTube channel here. Anyway, and this topic is going to be pretty cryptic and you'll understand why as I go through and cover a lot more of this, because it's going to be a lot more than being on YouTube than covering just YouTube. Ultimately, the this is all related, and why you really can't make money at YouTube anymore. So anyway, the story is a major internet personality got what's called deplatformed by several internet properties at the same time. We're going to call this person AJ, okay? And he was one of the top YouTubers. He had over 2 million subscribers. Many years of content, so like 10 or 15 years of content. Been doing it for a very, very long time. Facebook pages, iTunes, and Spotify podcast shows. Very prominent figure, internet figure everywhere across the board. Okay. Now, this person, his channel got deplatformed pretty much all at one day. It was one, and there's no doubt it's a concerted effort by all these major internet services to do this. It was not, for example, here, I myself and if you're any good at internet marketing, you're going to get a couple accounts shut down or banned because you can just push the envelope. Okay, so now when stuff like that happens to me, it's one channel, one service, whatever. Okay. This happened across the board, 6 or 7 or 8 different services at one time, and it was very widely published. It was across the news, across international news that this happened. So, anyway, and the reason why I'm not bringing up this person's name here is I could very well be, deplatformed or banned as well. So I'm kind of skirting that line there, and trying to make sure I don't get kicked off. I certainly don't have the numbers like these other folks do. My 12 or 15 or 30 subscribers here on my YouTube channel is not really going to affect anybody really, but I didn't want to start over nonetheless. So anyway, now here's something that a lot of people don't understand. A lot of my liberal friends and my liberal non-friends don't understand. It just did not just stop with this one person and their very ultra-conservative, kind of crazy views. A lot of other folks got deplatformed, banished, accounts shut down, so on and so forth, just by mentioning this person's name. Okay, there was another very popular YouTube channel, H3H3. I can mention them. They got a strike from YouTube just by having a live conversation about this one person. And the conversation was actually positive for YouTube and negative for this person. So they were actually in favor of this ban, for lack of better terms. I wouldn't say they were completely for it, but they're talking towards that. They got a strike. And that channel has some like 3 million followers as well. So this is some crazy stuff. And PewDiePie, who is the most popular YouTube channel, some like 12 million subscribers, he said outright that this issue had definitely influenced the content he will produce. And he had a long conversation about that. So if the most popular YouTuber is concerned about this, and this person here, this most popular YouTuber is probably not necessarily in the same alignment politically as the person of issue, AJ. If he's concerned about it, this should concern everybody. Okay, this is more reason why I'm trying to be careful. So, what did AJ do wrong? Well, according to all these platforms, he violated the term of services. As I mentioned, if you're any good at network marketing, you're going to violate a term of service or two. So, this is not unusual. What's making it unusual is all at one time. Okay, like I say, with me, if I have lose an account, it's because I pushed the envelope a little bit too far. And really, I'm doing it because you don't really know where the envelope is until you don't know where the line is until you cross over it sometimes. So my violations is completely different from what happened with this other person. So Anyway, this person has been banished for life. Can't go back on YouTube. In fact, one of my terms of service violations is I was banished for life because I was promoting my wife's Christmas discounts for my eBay store, of all things. I still don't know why. So I was literally going, why? I was going back and forth with a YouTube person, going, okay, I'm promoting my wife's Christmas items. Okay, why am I being banished? And the person says, well, because you violated the terms of service. Where in the terms of service where does it say I cannot promote my wife's Christmas special? And the response is, well, you divided. Please read this thing and give me a link. And it says, I don't understand. I'm read it several times. Still don't know why I divided the terms of service. So that is one of the accounts that was banished. That was one of my primary accounts too. Fortunately, I got others. So, like I said, this was a concerted effort. Everybody, this is, like I say, what happened to AJ was completely different from what happened to me. Okay, and other people too. Okay, and my opinion of AJ, I'll go say this right here too. I don't really care for him. I think his reporting is way too edgy. This Illuminati, the central bank, the New World Order stuff is a bit too crazy to believe. Okay, what scares me about AJ and his content is a lot of his predictions are coming true. Okay, they're silencing him. He said that for years. Somewhere down the line, he's going to be silenced, and so here it is. And unfortunately, there's a lot of across the board. You got a lot of opinions on this. For the most, I'll say a lot of liberals are cheering for the wrong reasons. Okay, so good, he deserves it. And there should be more censorship across the board. And you see this right now. It's very obvious that the censoring that's been going on, you see, is extremely biased towards conservatives, and it's pretty darn obvious. Even though you might have just shred out right facts. But anyway, here's something else too. I'm a libertarian. I listen to all kinds of news sources, literally thousands of news sources online. I don't turn the TV on and listen to mainstream media, though, like CNN, MSNBC, or Fox, or anybody else. I just simply don't, because there's so much more information coming a lot faster than TV ever can produce. So, and I also listen to, let's say, liberal-leaning sources such as the Young Turks, Vox, and Occupy Democrats, as well as AJ's channel as well. Okay. One thing I've noticed over the past few years is most all conservative or not left-leaning channels have to supplement the revenue. And this is where it comes down to, can you really make money as a YouTuber, okay? And so you've seen for a long time here, for a few years, that most could not, and I say not left-leaning, okay? Those are in the middle, or even to the right side, especially the right side, have to supplement their revenue for something else. They use something called Patreon, which is a manager-paid subscription service. They have sponsors, or they sell T-shirts or brand, all kind of T-shirts or mugs or whatever to supplement some type of income. Okay. And also, you notice the same instance, very few progressive or left-leaning channels ask for supplemental revenue. Okay, you almost never hear them ask for Patreon subscriptions or sell T-shirts or everything like that. So maybe it's just, this is my opinion here, but I ask yourself, go look at some of these channels here and say, hey, where's your T-shirt at? Where's your Patreon link at? And these progressive channels, and you're going to find hard pressed to find them doing that. So their income's coming from something else too. If the not left leaning is going this a staple going this route, we're begging for money basically. Why is left leaning not? So anyway, Something else a lot of people don't realize is YouTube really stopped monetizing channels if you have less than 1,000 likes. In fact, I had some a few channels, my own personal channel here, that just one video's got some 60,000 likes, and that got demonetized. and I didn't understand that either. I asked YouTube, "What's going on here?" And it says, "Well, you're not popular enough, for lack of better terms." I says, "Oh, well, that kind of sucks." But anyway, to each their own. So this means YouTube channels really make no money at all. In fact, when the one channel is still monetized here, I made a whopping like not even $3 for the year from the AdSense stuff. So it's certainly not going to be a great cash flow money here. Here's something else here too. YouTube used to be how a lot of people make money. PewDiePie, a lot of these other folks, that's all they did was YouTube. And just generated content, some crazy stuff, and some really crazy stuff. And it's pretty interesting. In fact, YouTube can be, you could say, thanks to all the content developers that YouTube has, this platform that YouTube did, it has taken away the market from traditional TV. Okay? That market, that revenue is now on YouTube. Okay? They created an entire industry, an entire, an entire global environment based just on that, and lots of people were making an income at it, a decent income at it. That's all they did, but not anymore. And so the right now. So the question is, if you're a YouTuber, how do you make money now? Well, it comes down to subscriber donations, sponsors, or affiliate sales, which is mostly what I do. Okay. I try to get to people, hey, check this out and all this stuff, dude, and get them to do some reviews of products and services and go that route, and that's about it. It used to be YouTube is now a part of a revenue funnel instead of being the entire revenue funnel, and that's too bad, because like I say, YouTube created an entire industry by themselves. Okay, it was a good thing for a long time, and I'm not sure what happened. The powers that be decided it wasn't a good thing to do, and they stopped doing it anymore. So, so long story short, if you want to be a YouTuber, expect to make a lot of money at it, don't bother. It's unfortunately not going to happen anymore, especially if you're, if you're doing the politically related stuff and you're not left-leaning. Also, you got to be careful with what you're saying. There is definitely censorship going on with YouTube and Facebook and all these other places, so which could be the cause for you to be deplatformed, being kicked off for good. Okay, we could do though, and this is just straight up, you can leverage these platforms for what they are. They are extremely popular. YouTube is the second most popular search engine on the internet, next to Google, which is owned by YouTube. Facebook, same thing, the third most popular platform. They got a lot of people, a lot of folks out there. So you got to play. In order to gain that audience, you got to play by their rules. So that's what it comes down to. Now, is it right? Well, personally, no. But that's how the rules are at this time. And maybe sometime in the future, a more globally acceptable platform out there and popular platform will be out there. And there's a few things look promising, but for the time being, there's just simply too many people, eyes on YouTube or on Facebook or even on Google to ignore them. So, good or bad, they make the rules. Good or bad, if you are a conservative leading type of person, you got to be careful with what you're saying. If you're a liberal leading type of person, you might probably be careful with what you're saying too, because there's getting a lot of censorship that way as well. So that's what it is right now. So I would like to say, in fact, the question was, a friend of mine's kid wanted to be a YouTuber. My son wants to be a YouTuber too. And he says they're looking at all this money they can make. And I says, you know what? It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen anymore. So unless you be really, really creative. But that's the way it is. So anyway, a summary, don't bother trying to become a YouTuber because there's no money in it. Be careful with what you say. Live with the, I already said all that stuff. Live with the platform. So anyway, that's it. So I don't mean hate to be the party pooper or the Debbie Downer on this thing, but it's just facts of it. So you folks out there asking these questions here, there's your answer. So anyway, let's go ahead and close this up. Like I say, I am going to have some webinars coming up real soon here. A lot of new content coming up real soon here. And I'm going to be going back into making these episodes of Tech Talk. I really miss doing this stuff. I'll probably do more Tech Talk live real soon too. Now that I got the platform that seems to be kind of working, I still have some issues with it. But as soon as I work things out, we're going to have to Tech Talk live instead of just plain old recorded Tech Talk of these podcast shows. I really like the live stuff anyway. So anyway, that being the case, let's go ahead. In the meantime, visit the primeconsult.net, bookmark the page, subscribe to the channel and podcast show, share this episode and all this stuff with friends and colleagues, and leave some feedback. Great appreciate all that stuff. And folks, I don't say this enough. I sincerely thank you folks for watching and listening. I do this for you. And I enjoy it. I enjoy the feedback. I enjoy hearing you folks calling back and say, hey, thanks a lot, Dan. That stuff made some sense. It helped me save money here, or help me fix a problem. I like that stuff. Okay. So that in mind, make sure you leave some feedback and all that stuff. So anyway, in closing, I want to thank you guys for watching and listening, and good luck and Godspeed to your online success.